Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The mic. 57 the mic. Watch the screen. Pass.
A first down throw, Darnold. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Go 58 to the mic. I'm coming. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Even. 4 down. Ready?
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Mike 57. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
3rd and 2, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold caught here by Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To the air again, Darnold out right here to Herndon. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Throwing again is Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Safe.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
1st down, Patriots. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 42. 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 1st and
Wait, set, slide, 20. 57 to Mike. Let's go. Sugar. Hey, Delta. Hey, check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch the curl, watch the curls.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll find Harry on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A wide receiver was a big need for the Patriots coming into the season, and they found something they really liked in N'Keal Harry. They took the 21-year-old with a final pick in the first round, and it's actually kind of interesting. Since 2000, the Patriots were the only team to not draft a receiver in the first round until nabbing Harry just before the order rolled over to round 2. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
At the 4-yard line.
Wait, set, 380. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Bound to lose one. Sugar.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal.
57 Mike 57.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, keep it up.
Darnold from the gun. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Check your hot read. Lady.
Darnold on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Lady. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. No, lady. Out.
To throw is Darnold. Out left to Anderson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On first and 10, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Again, Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jamie Collins gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now third down.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with Michel on the ground, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Echo. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's make these babies
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Catch is made by Harry. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On 2nd down and 4. Darnold, that's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
51, 951. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Darnold on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Cut. Watch the twist.
And it's Michel once again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3. Go, Bandit. It's run, fellas, it's run.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Wait, that 380. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's get the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. Wait, that wide 80. Mike 54. I want that. Wait, he hit.
Following the penalty, Michel. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And some room to roam now. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Wait, set 29. Alpha. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Get him, boy.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Back to throw, Darnold. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That's good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Darnold now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a first and 10. Now Darnold. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And it is incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 49-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
Come on, baby. Let's get this. Hey, Alabama.
Again, it's Michel. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
Mike 57. Target.
Darnold now to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stay on the ground with White. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Go. Shift.
On first down, Michel. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now Michel. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Wait, set. Wait, 57's the mic. It's a party now. Woo! Hey, both 66.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got his man. That's Harry. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Wait, set. 380. Mike 57. Yeah. You don't want none. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 57. Mike 57. I'm going to come back to you. 72.
Got a man open. That's Harry. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Yeah, baby.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He was looking for a Nunwa there. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch twist.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.